Let's take the Avatamsaka Sutra as an example. In the Avatamsaka Sutra, among these bodhisattvas, you are at the lowest rank, the initial bodhisattvas of the original teaching. Their level of cultivation and practice, they no longer differentiate between all worldly and otherworldly laws. They are not attached. They are not attached. They transcend the 6 realms of reincarnation. Without differentiation, they transcend the 10 Dharma realms. Differentiation and attachment have indeed been severed. They have truly achieved non-attachment. They should abide nowhere. They have reached the true Dharma realm. The true Dharma realm is the realm of non-attachment. This is what I have discovered through my practice. When they are born there, they become initial bodhisattvas. To attain the perfect fruition, there are still 41 levels to ascend. From abiding, dedication, stages of equal enlightenment, and marvelous enlightenment, they become Buddhas. There are so many positions, so many levels. How does one practice then? Body and mind. If you try to perfect the body and mind, you cannot achieve the ultimate perfect Buddhahood. What kind of mind should you cultivate? Cultivate the mind to liberate all sentient beings. That kind of liberation, as described in the Diamond Sutra. Liberating countless sentient beings, yet in reality, there are no beings to be liberated. Liberating countless sentient beings in body and mind, yet in reality, there are no beings to be liberated without attachment. 1 is not 2. This phrase, when put into practice, is like the 53 visits in the Avatamsaka Sutra. Avatamsaka, after 13 meals, it's called learning from history. What state is this? Try all. Blend in with sentient life and dust. Become one with them, no different at all. What is being refined? Purity, equality, and awareness. Historical practice. If you don't experience it in the 4 forms, the achievements you speak of are unreliable. Everyone, go and have a look at Master Lianche's Notes from the Bedside. These are the writings of the patriarch. There's a note in Notes from the Bedside, somewhere, I can't remember where. This was a book I read over 30 years ago, and I still have a bit of an impression. It mentions an incident. It left a very deep impression on me. Once, a monk went to visit Master Lianche. Master Lianche made up a story to tell him. The story was about a recluse in a dormitory,
living deep in the mountains. Actually, this skill was accomplished. Living in the deep mountains for years. It was about discipline. Meditation day.
Once, people from the city, they encountered this monk. They admired this monk greatly. They were very impressed by his practice and discipline. In a bustling place in the world, they built a lecture hall. Master Kin came down from the mountain to spread the teachings. Not long after this monk came down from the mountain, he was completely influenced by the bustling city life. The desires, anger, ignorance, and arrogance all surfaced. His spiritual resolve was gone. and his meditation was lost. It's really a pity. This monk asked Master Lianqi, "Hey, who is this?" Master Lianqi is the old practitioner. Talk about himself. It shows that practicing in the Date Mountains without experiencing the trials of the mundane world doesn't count. Throughout history, many who have achieved success in the mountains have lost it all once they come down. As we usually say, they can't withstand the test. So when Buddha talks about the lotus, it's not about the lotus blooming in water. What's so special about that? Buddha Shakyamuni spoke of the lotus blooming in fire. Now that's extraordinary. That's what's truly precious. It represents the 5 desires and 6 dusts. To remain pure and untainted amidst the 5 desires and 6 dusts, that's success. So one should not be attached in body and mind. This is advanced Buddhism within the teachings of Buddha. For us ordinary people, we can learn to be unattached, but we can't delve into theology. We need to break it down into stages. Only after truly reaching the state of non-attachment can we then quiet the mind. If you haven't reached this state of non-attachment, you can't handle this matter. Attempting it will lead to problems. Here, I would like to take the opportunity to advise fellow practitioners. This concept of observing the bodhisattva of non-attachment implies being unattached in body and mind. If we reverse this phrase, only then can we truly grasp its essence. Unattached in body and mind and body unattached. That's when the true meaning emerges. This is it. True wisdom and genuine concentration can withstand tests. When we can't withstand the test, we should avoid it. Don't let the external environment disturb us. If you truly have concentration and skill, you don't need to avoid it. Why is that? Because we can change the situation. The environment changes with the mind. We won't be changed by it. We can change the circumstances. If you can't change the circumstances, you definitely need to avoid them. So for beginners, the Buddha established many rules for us, and we must follow them. Why? Because of ignorance. It's just like teaching in schools. You see, the rules for primary school students are the most numerous. Teachers are the strictest. With high school students, a bit more relaxed. With university students and in research institutes, no one manages you. Why is that? Because you are already an adult. You can take care of yourself and don't need others to manage you. The more advanced the Buddha's teachings, the more open they are. The more basic the Buddha's teachings, the more conservative they are. So filial piety is like the rules in primary school, very strict, and you can't make any mistakes. Mahayana Buddhism is much more open. Once you have concentration, you will understand. You don't need others to manage you like that. Just as it is in worldly matters, so it is in Buddhism. In a true Dharma realm, no one decides to manage or interfere. Everything people do is in accordance with the Dharma. Just like Confucius said, actually, following one's heart's desires without overstepping the bounds. This is the state Confucius set for himself after the age of 70, following one's heart's desires. Everything can still adhere to the rules, with deep respect for propriety. This is what it means to be enlightened. So, when major events occur, it's about following our heart's desires or acting as we wish. It does not go against discovery. It must align with faith and virtue. Only then can it be called a major event. These two sentences are what Master Chin Liang of the Avatamsaka Sutra spoke about. The realm of the fourfold unobstructed. No obstacles. True essence. Yu Fu Yang has no words. The essence of the Avatamsaka is all in the original essence. Now let's look at the next. Bodhisattva Shen Tonghua. Truly virtuous. No reliance on body and mind. Truly without reliance. This view is without reliance. The powers are wasted on the body and mind. One must have body and mind. Already without reliance. One must aspire to universally save all beings. Universally save all beings. Does it hinder oneself? The realm of purity and extinction, it does not hinder. Even though one is with all beings all day long, living together, maturing and ripening, performing various acts, his own life remains pure and extinct. Not the slightest change. That is, one's own experience is pure, while others' experiences are constantly in motion. The names of these two bodhisattvas combined. Sai, it's the mark method often used in Buddhism. The long rotation of divine transformation is a wheel that doesn't move but turns there. Non-alliance is the human mind. Never moves. The original mind doesn't move. The circumference is always moving. Flavors almost full. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are like this. And what we need to learn today is Confucianism and Buddhism. How our body, a speech in this world, helps all sentient beings, assists all sentient beings, while our mind remains unmoved. Prajna experiences the threefold emptiness of the three wheels. No self, no person, and no sentient being, as stated in the Diamond Sutra. Not clinging to the self, not clinging to the person, not clinging to the appearance of all the undertakings we do. This is called arising from nothingness. That is truly achieving non-attachment. Never doing less, doing every day, never stopping. That is the body and mind, that is divine power. It is expressed here in the text of our sutra. By not setting up defenses, acting with skillful means. It's on this page, the second last line. These two lines of the sutra can be used to explain the transformation of bodhisattvas through divine powers. What is the meaning expressed? Two words, divine power. Nowadays, many people in society misunderstand it. Because these strange and peculiar things are called divine powers. This explanation is incorrect. Tong means to be able to understand. This is wisdom, indeed. When events occur, there is nothing unclear, nothing unknown. This is called a tong. Shen, a divine, is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for your ability, surpassing that of ordinary people. mysterious, and unfathomable you can understand, what others cannot. So it's called divine power. The term divine power is explained like this. The flower is like jade. Jade is cultivated in the shade. You see plants bloom first and then bear fruit. This flower blooms beautifully, and in the future, the fruit will be good. So in the scriptures, the Buddha often uses flowers to represent the 6 perfections and myriad practices of a bodhisattva. A bodhisattva must cultivate the 6 perfections and myriad practices to achieve the ultimate nirvana of Buddhahood. How does one practice profound expedient means? That is, unconditionally. Without discrimination, without attachment, for all sentient beings. A bodhisattva can manifest in various forms, as described in the Universal Gate chapter. In whatever form is needed for liberation, that form will manifest. Teaching needed by sentient beings is the teaching given. There is no fixed teaching to count, nor a fixed identity. It can be based on what is far-reaching. Yes, teachings are given based on the ability of sentient beings. It's a transformation. All Buddhas, bodhisattvas for all beings. Various factors. The goal and direction are singular. After helping all sentient beings. In Buddhism, we often say, help sentient beings, break through delusion, and attain enlightenment, relieve suffering, and gain happiness. This is the overall direction and goal. We are willing to make a commitment. After attaining a pure mind, we are willing to help sentient beings. When helping with some policies, the most important thing is to set a good example for others to see. Being a person is also about setting an example. It's also a performance. Performing is not about acting. Rumors are just everyday life. In our daily life, our thoughts, words, and actions should all follow the teachings of the Sutra. We need to express the principles of this Sutra. The methods and the states within it should be demonstrated in our lives, expressed through our words. In other words, our life is the Infinite Life Sutra, and the Infinite Life Sutra is our life. We have become one with the Infinite Life Sutra, and this is called karma. Performing without any effort, without leaving a trace. In other words, the life you lead is the life of the Infinite Life Buddha. So, if you live as the Infinite Life Buddha, consider if you are a Buddha. Of course, you have become a Buddha, right? Is there anything else to say? Every word sentence of this sutra resonates with your heart and actions. Recite it, and it aligns with your daily life. Only then are you truly as calm as the Amitabha's ocean of moonlight. In harmony with Amitabha, Buddha's heart and wishes, sharing the same virtues and actions. Who will achieve rebirth in the Pure Land? You can say, I am assured of rebirth, and in the highest grade of rebirth. Everyone can achieve this. So everyone should strive and truly put in the effort. Don't let this great opportunity in life slip by right in front of you. That would be a pity.
Is the Bodhisattva of time. This is the light that inspires.
Following that, this time Shakyamuni Buddha praises Amitabha Buddha, the king of light. I am at the lecture. Age, fellow practitioners, we study Buddhism. Signboard is important. What is the signboard? This image is the signboard. We say Buddhism is good, but how is it good if someone looks all grey and dull, and people start learning Buddhism and end up like that? How can people believe it? Oh, we have studied Buddhism and our signboard is good. It's like the whole body is aglow. Full of spirit, people see and think Buddhism is really good. That's how it should. Therefore, if you don't interact with sentient beings, the image doesn't matter. When interacting with the masses, the image is more important than anything. When people first encounter you, they immediately have a good impression. You see, in the world, if the image is good, our Buddhist scriptures teach us to interact with others with kind words, and this leaves a good impression, making everything go smoothly. There are many people willing to help. Generally speaking, you have many benefactors. Where do these benefactors come from? A good image. You'll find that many benefactors help you, but if your image is poor, people will turn away as soon as they see you. This image is truly from within, not something put on. It's not like I need to put on makeup just to go on stage and give a talk. That's a fake image, not a real one. Now in Taiwan, some TV stations invite me to give talks and record videos. And during recording, they suggest, Master, you should use some powder and makeup. But I don't dare, I don't do that. He said many monks put on makeup before going on stage, but I don't. If you ask me to wear makeup, I'd rather not go on stage. So now we know that what we see on TV, screens are all fake masks, not real. But once they take off that fake mask, it doesn't look good. We need to let it come from within, naturally. Hey, isn't this true? We enjoy the authenticity we have, and we absolutely do not deceive others. Criticizing sentient beings. We have dignity. If we put on makeup for the screen, we are guilty. Why deceive sentient beings? This is something that should not be done. The meaning expressed by the Bodhisattva in this context is very profound. Our personal image should be good. Our group's image should also be good. The divine group, the monastic community. All four disciples form the old. When people hear about the monastic community, they think of monks. They don't think about joining. So this monastic place is about the original meaning of the divine body. We must understand its original meaning in the context of life. What does mean? In modern terms, it refers to a group or society. There are so many groups in society. This group can follow the teachings of the Buddha, practicing the 6 precepts of harmony. This group is called a harmonious community, which is considered divine. So the monastic community doesn't necessarily consist of monks. The Buddhist scriptures mention 4 or more people. Lay people can also do it. For lay people. Like you have a family at home, you have children or parents. If your family of 4 can practice the 6 harmonies, then your family is a monastic community. So if you're in business, you run a shop, and in your shop, if there are more than 4 people, including the boss and employees, all of them follow the Buddhist teachings and practice the 6 harmonies, then your shop is a monastic community. Since it's a partnership inside, your shop is also a place of practice, a spiritual venue. All Buddhas protect and remember, and the heavenly dragons offer their protection. So this harmony is not exclusive to monks. Although it's not exclusively for monks. Indeed, monks should set an example for all other communities, and even all partnership groups. Be a good role model, so that other communities can imitate and follow our example. Then you will have succeeded. That's the idea. We need to understand this. We must remember. These images within the Buddhist community. We need to take this seriously. Because now, it's gathered worldwide. Wherever we go, and meet the general public in any region. When we talk, it leads to extremely serious misunderstandings about the Dhamma. This is unfortunate. Such misunderstandings lead to contempt. They see us as Buddhists, as a religion. And among all religions, they look down on us. They think we are polytheistic, worshipping all sorts of gods. Pantheistic, a lower religion, while higher religions have only one God. The supreme deity, only one, and lower religions are ignorant, worshipping everything. Seeing us as the primary religion, isn't that unjust? Who caused this social phenomenon? I caused it. Don't blame others. I didn't fulfill the responsibility of a Buddhist disciple. I wasn't able to clearly explain the true essence of Buddhism to everyone. That's why it led to such misunderstandings. The fault lies with me throughout my life, not with others. I should repent. To cleanse my faults, I must study diligently and earnestly. I must be very earnest in explaining the true facts of Buddhism to everyone, in a very clear, comprehensive, and detailed manner, and we need to set a good example for others to see. This is our signboard, and this is what the Bodhisattva of light represents. Our place of practice, an example for organizations worldwide. The smallest organization is of value. The largest organization is the country. A country is also an organization. It has structure. Within all organizations, its exemplary role